Welcome to this explainer. The global real estate market is absolutely massive, yet somehow it's still running on incredibly outdated systems. Today, we're jumping right into a huge technological shift by unpacking a project called Atlas. They are proposing a pretty bold digital solution to an industry that frankly is stuck in the past. Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We'll quickly cover the real estate tech shift, the major flaws in the traditional market, what the Atlas ecosystem actually is, their underlying technology and IP, their growth strategy, and we'll wrap up with the key takeaways. Let's get right into it. Section 1. The real estate tech shift. Let's set the macroeconomic context. So here is a really provocative question to kick things off. Why is a $200 billion market still relying on manual paperwork? It's kind of crazy when you think about it. We have billions of dollars in cash flowing around, yet the digital environment is totally fragmented. Finding a property and actually paying for it, they exist in two completely different universes right now. To really put this in perspective, just look at Dubai. In 2024 alone, transaction volume hit 761 billion dirhams. Guys, that is a 38% jump from previous years. The UAE is this booming, highly transparent market, which makes the lack of a modern, integrated digital platform almost impossible to ignore. And the macro opportunity here, it's literally staggering. We are looking at a total addressable market of over $200 billion. Now, Atlas is targeting an early serviceable obtainable market of about $2 to $5 billion. To give you a point of comparison, U.S. equivalents like Zillow are valued in the tens of billions. So Atlas is stepping into this wide-open niche in the UAE with absolutely no integrated AI and crypto infrastructure currently in their way. Moving on to Section 2, flaws in the traditional market. Let's look at the systemic frictions. So what exactly is broken? Well, almost everything. The market right now is entirely agent-centric. Buyers and sellers rarely, if ever, even meet each other. And get this. Up to 75% of online listings are either outdated or just straight-up phantom listings designed to trap leads. Add to that the absolute chaos of negotiations scattered across emails and WhatsApp messages, and you end up wasting literal weeks on manual, offline processes. The gap between finding a property and actually closing the deal is just immense. Right now, it's kind of like ordering an Uber on your phone, but then having to call the driver, physically find exact change, and sign a paper contract on the hood of the car just to confirm the ride. Closing this gap, seamlessly connecting that initial search to the final payment, that is the exact core problem this project is tackling. All right, Section 3, the Atlas ecosystem explained. Let's look at this unified digital hub. Atlas essentially visualizes itself as a true real estate operating system. This isn't just another search portal. It's designed to unify purchasing, renting, your digital wallet, and your investments all into one continuous path. We're talking everything from initial ID verification all the way down to the final legal transfer of ownership. By packaging the whole shebang into a single super app, the idea is that you wouldn't even need to be physically present in the UAE to buy, rent, or manage a property there. It runs on what they call a Web 2.5 infrastructure. Basically, that means it blends the rock-solid reliability of traditional finance with the speed and efficiency of blockchain technology. It's a real game changer. Section 4. Technology, Transparency, and IP. Let's dive into the digital architecture. This brings us to a really unique concept they've introduced: IP shares. When you purchase an IP share, you are essentially becoming a co-owner of the platform's intellectual property. We're talking the algorithms, the methodologies, and the branding that's officially registered across 181 countries and currently valued at $92 million. Now, this is absolutely crucial to understand. This is not a stock, it's not a cryptocurrency, and it's not a traditional security. It is a digital right to intellectual property that directly entitles the holder to royalties. So financially, how does that work? Well, the model shows that 20% of the operating company's net profit is distributed annually to these IP shareholders, directly in proportion to their stake. The remaining 80% is then heavily reinvested back into platform operations. That reinvestment is especially critical in the first year to drive higher expected returns as the whole network expands. Next up, Section 5, Growth Strategy and Vision. Let's see how they plan to scale this ecosystem. The unit economics here are definitely aggressive. Assuming an average transaction of about $300,000, Atlas plans to take a 1% fee. And because this is a highly scalable digital product, they are projecting an 80% profit margin. That translates to an internal forecast of really rapid scaling. They're predicting a jump from about $3.15 million in year one all the way to an estimated $381 million by year 5. Their long-term roadmap is incredibly ambitious, too. It kicks off with the official app launch and first transactions in 2026. Fast forward to year 3, and they are aiming for an IPO on the Abu Dhabi exchange at a $600 million cap. And looking out 10 years, they are targeting a staggering $8 billion market capitalization globally. Finally, Section 6, Key Takeaways and Conclusion. What does this mean for the future of real estate? Ultimately, Atlas represents a massive structural attempt to drag a heavily fragmented legacy market kicking and screaming into the digital age. By utilizing automated smart contracts and Web 2.5 infrastructure, they're aiming to make property transactions perfectly seamless, unifying search, payments, and investment. Plus, their IP shares represent a completely novel digital asset class tied to software royalties. It's an aggressive 10-year vision, for sure. Now, as a quick but very important note, all the financial indicators, royalty calculations, and models we've discussed today are derived entirely from the project's internal forecasting. This explainer is strictly for educational and illustrative purposes only. Actual results may differ, and this is absolutely not a public offer, an investment recommendation, or personalized financial advice. Always do your own research. So, will the traditional real estate agent soon be replaced by a smart contract on your phone? It's a massive shift we simply can't ignore. If you enjoyed this presentation and want to continue learning about investing, financial education, wealth creation, and emerging opportunities, please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you never miss future content.